position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Glad to have you with us from the original Cotton Bowl located on the fairgrounds in the heart of Dallas, Texas. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. As we'll see a top 5 team in this conference taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
And the Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air. It's Manning. It's complete to the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for him.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Going for the marker on the ground. The Longhorns get enough to move the chains. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
That's caught. It's Wingo. That play won't make a highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The Longhorns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback running on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And they sniffed that draw out. When draw, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field. But the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and in a hurry.
To the air, it's Manning. Pocket breaking down. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
I think think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. On the ground, it's Ncaa. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Winner of this game dons the golden hat, but you know, Jesse, only David could wear the golden hat among the three of us because there's no way either of us should put a hat on the kind of heads of hair we have.
Well, I've also understood that the hat's like a triple XL, and we know David's got a big dome, and that's probably the only reason why he would wear it. But I'll tell you what, these players, they think about trying that old sucker on after this game all year long, David.
Yeah, and trophies matter. I mean, this is something at the end of games. People run, you see, they go grab them, they put them on their heads. It means something to these kids.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking downfield, it's Ncaa. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks in the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks the tackle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And the Longhorns have it with a first and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it on first and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Off play action. Trying to barrel in. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown Longhorns! Getting set for the extra point effort, putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They were really hopeful he he can make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
From the gun, give on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. It was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down, and you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make wide open spaces. It's a running room. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And man, that is crushing to a defense. You force the 4th down. You know they're going to run the football. You're bringing guys near the line of scrimmage, and you can't get him to the ground. Not only does he get the first down, he gets a...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone. Know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the extra point is good. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Hand off from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Manning. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. And the Longhorns are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Drive started from their own 26. To the air on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. Got out of trouble and throws. Picked off! What a play by this defense! Touchdown, Texas! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the Once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. A designed run for the quarterback. Oh, he's got some space. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Man, that dude just hits the gas and just goes. How nice is it as an offensive coordinator to have a quarterback that you can run just like a tailback? And you got a tailback in the backfield with him all the time, and he can throw so many options, but you just see the speed when he hits the gas, and it is really nice.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB design run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
The lone back's got it. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag run.
They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it 3? They'll try to sneak it. And the Sooners trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He might want another play. On the move. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
After that latest answer ties things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll run it from the gun. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. They've got the screen set up. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Flips it out to the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Longhorns line up to punt it away.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. The Sooners are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Catch in the middle. It's Wheeler. At the 20, he's got space. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the 4th quarter game.
And the screen seemed like a good idea at the time, but they were fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, on defense, I think it just comes down to having really good awareness. You're watching the ball, you're seeing where it's going, you're locating blockers, and then defeating those blocks getting to the football.
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sooner.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Working the middle, it's complete. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This drive will open from the 15. Might be calling a hot route. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Got the first down and still on his feet. Turns it on down the left side. All out of space. Touchdown, Oklahoma! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Now on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Manning. The sure hands, it's Wingo. Run out of bounds, they'll spot him at the 24. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana.
Touchdown, Longhorns! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Getting set for the point after. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Barnes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Gets it to him on the screen. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
The Sooners are marching down the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's up. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it set up on the outside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Going to the running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Looking left. It's caught. And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Oh, they're after him. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack. get a lost yardage play, I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
The Sooners are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got an open man. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 and the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
Like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Wingo. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The option look. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it. It's a turnover.
Now, you know it's really easy? It's easy to say, hey, quarterback, run out there, pitch off of that guy, and now your running back gets to go play one-on-one with somebody else. It's got to all work timing-wise, and the defense did a great job flying up, nowhere to go, make the play, make a quick decision, and you get the fumble and recover it in the backfield.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Here comes the heat. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Prime inside the 10. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Back to throw, it's Manning. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the book since we head to the 4th. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. The Longhorns need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Got it, looking for a first. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark. And
he's loose. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He'll throw it. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And how about everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved? This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Akron is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Charlie Fry, this offense is not capable of scoring points every single time it sees the ball. They're up by a field goal over the Red Hawks of Miami. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that would be incomplete.